Hey guys, NCWQ here, and I have y'all looking at the news today, but that's not what I wanted y'all to look at. One of the things that popped up on my phone this morning and gave me cause for concern, and thought y'all might like to see if I can get it to actually load correctly. Let's see if I can get this to load again. Emergency alert, extreme. Per the Cumberland County Sheriff's Office, 71st Classical and High School are all clear. And I went looking it up to see what in the heck had happened. Now, many of y'all don't remember, or may not know, I was a traffic officer for Cumberland County Schools, or as you might put it, a crossing guard. So I used to be at a lot of these schools, and this was one of the schools that I had actually covered before as a traffic officer, and many other ones I would go wherever they sent me to. Fayetteville Police Department put out no active shooter at 71st Classical or 71st High School. Fayetteville, North Carolina, on Friday, October 7th, 2022 at approximately 9:17 a.m. Officers with the Fayetteville Police Department responded to 71st Classical and 71st High School reference to shots fired. Both schools were placed on code red lockdown. Officers have confirmed there is no active shooter at either school. There is no active threat. The circumstances leading to the 911 call are actively under investigation. If anyone has information concerning this incident, they are asked to contact Fayetteville Cumberland County Crime Stoppers at 910-483-TIPS or 8477. Crime Stoppers information can also be submitted electronically by visiting http://say/nccrimestoppers.org and completing the anonymous online tip sheet, or by downloading the free P3 Tips app available for Apple devices in the App Store and available for Android devices in Google Play. Now, the reason that I brought this up is because of the fact that South Carolina has had several swatting calls. Texas has had some swatting calls. Multiple juveniles were charged after participating in TikTok challenge, okay? And these TikTok challenges, and let's see what WVLT said, because some of this is having to do with TikTok, okay? In Tennessee, the Knox County Sheriff's Office said multiple juveniles have been charged in separate incidents after participating in TikTok challenge that could seriously injure someone. KCSO spokesperson Kimberly Glenn told WVLT News. The challenge, known as the Orbeez Challenge, dares people to shoot at strangers, record the act, then post it on social media. The first incident occurred on January 31st. Okay, well, that was just one of them, alright? Now, here's another one. This one is the swatting calls. This is the latest. This happened on October 5th, 2022. More than a dozen South Carolina schools were targeted Wednesday morning in the aftermath of what appears to be a coordinated swatting campaign against these institutions. Swatting is a criminal harassment technique intended to trick law enforcement agencies into initiating aggressive responses to what they believe to be emergency situations, including bomb threats and active shooter scenarios. The term derives its name from special weapons and tactics units, which are typically dispatched in response to such emergency situations. In addition to posing a significant danger to the public, swatting also wastes scarce law enforcement and emergency medical services. In South Carolina, SWAT calls were made alleging active shooter incidents in Anderson, Beaufort, Charleston, Chester, Chesterfield, Greenville, Greenwood, Horry, Lancaster, Lawrence, Newberry, Oconee, and Richland counties, according to law enforcement. According to law enforcement, all the calls were hoaxes. No school shootings were reported in any of the Palmetto State's roughly 90 schools districts on Wednesday. Here is a partial recap of what one local sheriff's office described as a widespread conspiracy across Palmetto State. 9:20 a.m. report of active shooter at Burke High School in downtown Charleston, South Carolina. 9:30 a.m. reports of school shooting at Conway High School. 9:30 Beaufort County reported shots fired at Beaufort High School. 10:40 Richland County reports a gunfire at Blythe High School. 10:45 Anderson County report of an active shooter at Robert Anderson Middle School. 11 a.m. Newberry County report of an active shooter at Newberry Middle School. 11:30 a.m. Lancaster County active shooter reported at South Middle School and Brooklyn's Spring Middle School in Lancaster County. 12:10 p.m. Chesterfield County, a school shooting threat was called in to Central High School and Chesterfield High School. Additional school shooting hoaxes were calls were placed to Greenwood, Greenville, Lawrence, and Oconee counties. The South Carolina State Law Enforcement Division, SLED, is leading an investigation into these hoax calls with support from the Federal Bureau of Investigation and multiple local law enforcement jurisdictions. The South Carolina Law Enforcement Division is aware of the school threats across South Carolina, said Renee Wunderlich. The agency's public information director, SLED, is evaluating the credibility of these sources. While at this time the threats are believed to be a hoax, SLED encourages each jurisdiction to take any and all threats seriously. SLED is actively working with our state and federal law enforcement. Anyway, as you can see, South Carolina had all of this going on, okay? And this was yesterday, all right? And then, I believe it was Texas who just had one, all right? TikTok pushes back after reports of viral school threat caused added security in New Jersey, okay? Door kicking TikTok, okay? You know, beware of swatting pranks on the rise in New Jersey. South Carolina disputes investigating TikTok challenge connection to missing teens. All right. I'm going to say this much, okay? What makes me angriest, all right, is the fact that children can't go to school these days and their parents know that they're safe at school. When I was young, all right, growing up, I didn't have to worry about somebody busting in the door of the school that I was attending and trying to shoot the school up. Nor did I have to worry about one of my peers in school trying to shoot me, all right? The least we might have is somebody might get into a fight with fists or whatever, you know. That was what was normal, all right? Now it's kids are, I don't know what is going on with this world. Seriously. This stuff's got to stop. And then scaring parents with their children at school. What are people thinking? I don't get it. I don't get it. And it's making me angry. You know, I worked, I think it was 7 years with Cumberland County as a, I'm going to say a school crossing guard, but I was called by a different name, okay? And my job was to protect children as they crossed the roads and to make sure that all the buses got moved and made sure all the cars got moved. My job was to serve and to protect, okay? And I did that job for a long time. And when I see things like this, it makes me sick. It makes me angry. It makes me upset. I'm watching things like this being done, and it makes me wonder what kind of person with such a sick mentality could be doing things like this and out there to cause resources to be pulled away from where they're needed. Can you imagine, oh my God, can you imagine being a student and having police surrounding your school, coming through your door, yelling to you to get in your classroom, looking for an active shooter. Can you imagine the fear these children went through? You know how angry that makes me? Can you imagine having to lock your classroom down and not know if you're safe? Can you imagine being a parent and not know if your child is safe at school? Okay, so I have a grandchild who goes to school. I'm not going to say what school. But you know what? It makes me angry to think that it could be his school. All right? People, we need to do better. We need to care more about each other. We need to teach our children that some things, these hoaxes, okay? I don't care if your child is 20 or 30. We need to teach them that these kind of hoaxes are not appropriate, okay? We need to teach them that these kind of things have consequences, that they hurt other people, that it's not cool, that it's not appropriate. I'm sorry if I'm rambling, but I am really upset by this. And I would hope that you, whoever, or parents, might understand that. This is just not good. And I woke up to that alarm going off on my phone this morning. And to look at it and see that it was a school that I used to work for. Just one of them, okay? Maybe not the greatest area in my town. Okay? But a school that didn't deserve that. Alright? It didn't deserve for somebody to swat it. Alright? Those people don't deserve that. Those children don't deserve that. That school didn't deserve that. Either of them. People, let's learn to love each other. Let's learn to care about each other. Anyways, you guys, I think I've said my piece. Maybe I rambled a little bit too much. Let me know what you think in the comments. Much love.